Next, we have a deluge valve, right? We discussed regarding wet pipe system. We discussed about dry pipe system, and we'll be discussing about deluge valve. So this all risers is as per NFPA 13. We discussed in the wet pipe system that it is applicable in all the areas where we don't have chances for the freezing. Right? So when there is a freezing, means temperature goes below 4 degrees Celsius, we cannot use a wet pipe system. For that, we have a solution for dry pipe system. Right? So this wet pipe system and dry pipe system have closed sprinklers. Right? So we can use that in the night hazard occupancy. There is no problem with the hazards or heat release rate. Now, the deluge valve is a specialized one, right? What is the meaning of that? They don't have closed sprinkler head. The sprinkler head is open, all the heads are open. The meaning of deluge is self is flood, right? So all the valve is open, and when there is a fire, all the sprinkler discharge water, and fire will extinguish easily, but high quantity of water will discharge from the deluge valve. So the capacity of this deluge valve, the pump size will be higher because here we have the complete flooding system of the room in case of the fire. Now, what is the application of deluge valve, right? Why we need to discharge water into the complete compartment? In area where we have highly combustible materials, high fire storage or combustible materials, where the fire grow exponentially, right? The power laws follow. Let fire start and start to expand in complete building in such an extent, giving high heat release rate. So those heat spreading all over the room cannot be controlled by a few heat sprinklers. So we need to activate all those sprinklers to fight the fire. So application are that like combustible areas, flammable liquid or chemical storage areas, or the loading areas, like loading truck loading areas, aircraft hangars, right? So those aircraft hangars contains of the aircraft and all for the maintenance purposes. So in those areas, if there is a fire, everything will be destroyed. So we need high quantity of water. In the aircraft hangar area, we need deluge valve with the water foam applications. That we'll discuss in a while. Now, coming to the component and working principle of the deluge valve, right? As I said, deluge valve having open sphincter, right? So we don't have air inside the piping. It is just closed. From here we are getting waters, right? Let's start with the control valve. We have a butterfly control valve. Which says we have a placard which says riser group 1 deluge control valve, right? So if you can see this one, the indicating one is saying the valve is closed now because it is perpendicular to the pipe. If it is a parallel to the pipe, it means valve is closed. Now, as I explained in the board, in the whiteboard regarding the internal parts of the deluge valve, right? So it's similar to that one. This is a reliable automatic sprinkler company valve. The model number is DDX deluge valve, right? There are some numbers and all. It's listed by even listed, FM approved, LPCB, and the number and the model number of the valve we can see. This is a 4-inch deluge valve, right? So now coming on to the working principle, right? Let's start with the internal parts. Water is coming from this side and it should go all the way from that side. But we saw in the internal parts there is some rubber, right? So those rubber closes the downside water to the upward side of the connection, and that will only open when there is a fire, and detector will detect the fire, and it will give some input to open the valves, right? So now it is closed and it should be opened by some kind of a detection mesh. We have three types of the detection, right? We have three types of the frame to open that one. We have a electric one, we have a hydraulic line, and we have a pneumatic line. We call it pneumatic pipe line. Might be hydraulics, might be pneumatic. So the electric means it will be activated by a detector, right? Let's say something like this. Those detectors installed in the same room, right? So your warehouse protected by the deluge valve, you have put the UV or IR type of detector or maybe a smoke detector based on the the philosophy of design is kind of symmetric to another requirement, you have to put the detector into the same room. Now those detectors will detect the fire and give the signal to the solenoid valve, and those solenoid valve will open the deluge valve. That is for the electrical kind of the detection and detectors. The second option we have the hydraulic pilot detector, right? Hydraulic line detector. So this arrangement is something like hydraulic line detector. So what is the hydraulic line detector? You know, suppose there is a piping for complete your complete room is protected by your room is some deluge valve protected by the hydraulic line. So those hydraulic lines will rotate in all the areas. So if there is a fire, the sprinkler bulb will fuse. Now there is a closed sprinkler which is a pilot line. Those bulb will fuse, and once the bulb is fused, water will discharge, and due to discharge of the water and due to difference in the pressure will go down in the chamber, the valve will open and go to the discharge. And finally, we have the pneumatic line, the one we have at GIC Fire and Safety Training Center. This is a pneumatic line, right? This normally used to be closed, right? It's closed head, but we have opened it just for the simulations, right? So that we can tell our participant how to operate the system and all, and we want to run the system live. But keep in mind, this is the closed one, right? So how this activates, how the system activates? It's normally a start from here, right? This is a closed pilot line. Once there is a fire, it's installed in the same sprinkler area where the deluge valve is there. Deluge heads are there. So it will break and the air will release. By the time air will release, this one will open the deluge valve and the system will activate. Now what is this one? How we discussed that one regarding dry pilot. This is dry pilot actuator, right? So the one line is connected to the chamber, right? The differential chamber. From the top side, we have an air connection. Now those air connections coming all the way from the maintenance device, right? The air maintenance device, which regulate the flow into the dry pipe valve. We discussed a lot regarding the air maintenance device in the dry pipe risers. It is similar to that, right? So the air will come from this side all the way. It will go from this side, and from here it will come to the dry pilot actuators. Now we have a PS40 supervisor switch, right? So this supervisor switch will give us the high pressure indication to the panel and low pressure indication to the panels, right? So if the pressure is low, it might be activated without fire. So we have to be careful regarding those. So we have to get some signal to our panel. At the back of the switch, we have a PRB. If you can show that one, we have a PRB with the marking and all. Here we have a PRB, right? So those are factory set. These are the factory set, you know, to something like 20 psi or 30 psi based on the requirement of the data sets. So these are PRBs. If the pressure is high, it will open and discharge the water to the discharge area to relieve the pressure. Now how this will work, right? So we explain a lot into the whiteboard. I'll just go a quick for this one, right? So once we have a water pressure from this side and we have air pressure from this side, right? So once it breaks, from the top side the air is holding the water in normal case, right? When there is a fire, the system breaks, the sprinkler system breaks, the air will release from the top, causing the spring to going up and loosen the spring, and this one will open. The moment it will open, the water will discharge from this line. This is the drain line. From this line, the water will discharge to the drain, and the pressure inside the chamber will decrease. Due to that, the valve will open and water will flow to the system. From the old sprinkler, water will flow and it will extinguish the fire easily. Right? So the moment water extinguishes, right? So we need to know that the system activated. Again, we have PS10 to Potter main supervisor switch. It will give a signal to fire alarm panel, and the system is activated. So for the deluge valve, we have 3 gauges, right? The one at the bottom tells us about the water pressure, right? What is the water pressure we have from the supply line? The second, we have the water pressure. What is the pressure in the differential chamber? inside the chamber of the deluge valve. The one at the top, it is for the pressure of air pressure, right? So this is the air pressure inside the differential chambers. Now again, the air is supplying from the all the way from the compressor, right? We have air compressor here, and as a backup support, we have a nitrogen cylinder. All the way it supplies to a pressure up to 1700 psi. So huge, right? So it will work in case when we have some problem with the air pressure to start. Okay, so now this is all about dry pipe. I want to emphasize one more thing here, right? That here we have, right, this the ball bar, right? It is always should be in off position, right? If this system, if you want to open it manually, right, just open this one. The moment you open this one, right, without this one also, the moment you open this one, the water will discharge from this line, right, all the way to the drain valve, and the system activated. So now we have two one. We have the manual one and we have a automatic one. So this one is automatic, and if you want to open manually, we can open from this one to discharge the water. Now question comes, we have three types of the pilot line detector, right? We have pneumatic line, we have hydraulic line detectors, and we have electrical detectors. So we did UV or IR detector, or maybe smoke or heat detector based on the requirement. Which one we should use for a specific location, right? Let's start with the first way. Start with the hydraulic line pilot detector, right? So the beauty of hydraulic line pilot detector is that we don't need compressor, right? We just use the same water from the supply line to activate the system. But there is a problem with the water-based pneumatic line. It is because of the difference in the height, right? So if your connection is up to the height is more, we need pressure to boost the water. We know from the hydraulics fire protection, or the basics of hydraulics, that one bar need to lift water up to 10 meters. So if the building height is more, we might not go with the hydraulic line. So at that moment we can not use the hydraulic line if the building height is so big. The second one, there is a problem with the hydraulic line, is that those hydraulic line pilot line detector, right? So there is a chances of the corrosion and leakage in those areas, right? Because water used to leak a lot. The second one, we have the pneumatic line, which is for the compressor one, right? So the pneumatic we can charge with the air, and we need a compressor as well. So if in your plant we are getting air from the instrument connection, instrument line, or from the centralized air compressor unit, this one is the first usable one. The third one, we have a smoke detector, right? The UV or IR detector. All those things having different applications and different requirement. And this one is the judgment of the fire protection engineers who are designing the system to choose the types of the detection system or the pilot line based on the sound engineering principle and other requirement. So here we comes to the ends of all the four risers, right? No, sorry, we discussed up to three risers. We discussed regarding wet pipe system, dry pipe system, deluge system. Now we have the free action system. We will discuss in next week.